Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rukah Kwadash, and just double honors, man. Double honors, triple honors to all the apostles of Great Millstone, all the elders still doing this work. Everybody over here is still struggling, man. We're still struggling, but the Spirit is discerning a lot. Spirit is discerning a lot. And what we got here, this is some website, Spiegel Online. Trump and Iran. And the main part of this video is we're going to focus on Iran. And we're going to focus on the important role that Iran plays in prophecy. And we're just going to read technically some precepts. I'm going to read some precepts about Iran. Now, I had to go through extensive research, time and time again. You gotta not only read, but you gotta you gotta watch some videos, man. You gotta watch some videos. And if it's not, if you're watching IUIC, ISUPK, the Spirit is not on those, and I don't even want to call them brothers. I'll just call them opposition. The Spirit isn't on, the opposition. The men of the Lord, man, we see through all things. You got to have that spiritual eye. And that's why I said, at the beginning of, all the videos, it starts off, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rukah Kwadash. And that's from learning, and watching the different videos, seeing the different breakdowns, looking and wielding the sword for myself, because the sword, your Bible, your swordmanship gets a little rusty sometimes. You make that excuse, oh, I'm busy, I got to do this, I got to do that, and you got to shake that spirit off of you. Because the Lord is throwing curveballs, so to speak, left and right. He's showing us left and right. Men of the Lord, look at these things, That's what he's constantly showing us. Look. And the Spirit isn't on these women. So they're not, the women are not concerned with what we're seeing on the news. Because the news, the white man is giving up everything. He used to lie. He used to have whole segments, 60 minutes, where they just throw some bullshit on. Just any story that they felt was compelling. They would do reports about dogs or a nigga getting robbed or something. And they still do, but for the most part, they've been slanging biblical heat. That's all they've been doing, is just putting biblical prophecy on TV. Because they know that we're in our last days. In the eyes of the Most High, seconds. He gonna be here any minute, and that's gonna be a terrible day. But rather than focus on that, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. Time for Europe to join the resistance, and that's what in the hell? See, that's why I said the so-called white man got some fucking nerve, man. And it's written by a guy named Klaus Brinkbaumer. So you already know. Look at him. Look at this nigga right here. Look, I'm gonna shake the screen. Look at this little smiling ass nigga, man. I know he reads the Bible. I know Brinkbaumer read the Bible, man. And he knows that this is all fitting in biblical prophecy. At this point, we're at the end of this thing. You brothers that are catching affliction, don't cry. Don't worry. Oh, we're at the end of this thing. And this just proves it. U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal marks the temporary suspension of the transatlantic alliance. What now? He knows what now. These so-called elites know what's going to happen now. All right, they're going to start turning towards the U.S. And right here, look, Iranian protesters burning U.S. flags after Donald Trump announced his withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal. So from here, I mean, look, you can tell they're really hurting. Iran is really hurting, man. They're hurting bad because they used to burn flags, but now that Trump got so many tariffs, he has so many sanctions on Iran that he figures he's gonna starve them out financially. But little does he know, he's just playing into the Lord's hands. Every time Trump go to sleep, the Lord program him to say certain things, do certain things, because the minds of the kings, they're controlled by the Most High. Everything is controlled by the Most High. And that first fundamental understanding that this is the Lord he's playing out his ultimate play. And the Iranians have a very big role in this play. Because Iran, when you look in the Bible, Iran used to be called Persia. And that's why I had the King James version. I just typed in Persia. We're just gonna go to a couple of these. This is First Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 56. This is a continuation. Was returned out of Persia and Media, and the king's host also that went with him, and that he sought to take unto him the ruling of the affairs. I don't know too much about the Persian Media Empire, but I do know that it's represented as one of the body parts in the interpretation of Daniel's dream. So even within Iran, I'm pretty sure that Iran is still Persia and Media, because these Iranians, they're playing directly into the Lord's play. Nobody's doing anything that he's not already clearing first. And the reason why I just read that is just to kind of give an idea of it's two things. And in the Bible, after you read it, you understand that things have two things. Persia is Persia, but it's also Media. Just like Sodom is Sodom, but it's also Gomorrah. They ping off of each other. Because, what does the Lord say all the time? That two's better than one. So on the left-hand side, two is better than one also, because a lot of these places, Persia may have been where the diplomats lived, and Media may have been where, the real deal rulers lived. That could have been the case. I don't know too much about it. But, that seems to be a reoccurring thing. Now, it's just one Iran currently in 2018, as far as I know. I think it's just one Iran, but there's still Media in there. It has to be the case. And that's the problem with the so-called white man. He make you want to not care. He throw the shit on TV, he throw the shit on the news, and then he turn around and he say, oh, well, it don't matter. How the fuck you going to show us what's going on a daily basis and then not want us to link it to scripture? But that's too, hey, like Apostle Tahara say, man, if you don't want us speaking the word, that's too fucking bad. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that, what he means by that. He's rude. Of course, this truth is going to cut like a knife. It's going to cut deep. But you're just going to have to get over it. Iran, Persia, it's the same thing. So anytime you read in the Bible about Persia, you just talking about Iran. Just like every time you read about Mesopotamia, you're just reading about Iraq. It's the same thing. Iraq, Mesopotamia. Everything comes in twos. And this Trump don't understand that he's playing directly into, or he probably does know. You know what I'm saying? Because he's wiser than Daniel. So-called white man is wiser than Daniel, so he probably knows. He knows he's getting controlled. But let's get back to it. Trump's renown is rooted in American hero myths. This nigga is a myth in his own right. He really is. He really is a myth in his own right. I don't know how this nigga became president. Really, the only way is just the Most High made it that way. But let's continue. Trump says that women like Carla Bruni lust after him, something that women like Carla Bruni vehemently deny. He's prideful. He is the epitome of what it means to be an American. He's arrogant, decent amount of money. Oh, and that's the spirit. This is what comes up next. Trump says he is exorbitantly rich. Yet Trump ran himself into the ground with his casinos to the point that he was $295 million in debt in 1990, which that's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Trump worked numbers, man. Trump worked numbers. He know about numbers. He know how to crunch numbers. He's all about numbers. So, all that was just a ploy. And once again, the white man is sneaky. He gonna tell us that he $295 million in debt. How the fuck you $295 million in debt in 1990 and then you the president in 2018? See, because it's all deception. Everything is based off of deception with Esau. Esau just a damn deceiver, but he done fooling people. He's done. Let's finish this. He was bailed out by the banks and by his father. You see him once again, the chief house of Edom. All these banks, the Rockefellers, you know what I'm saying? I can't even think of his name, man. He's so damn wicked. Rothschilds. All these guys, man, they were bailed out by him because his father knows them. Not only does he know them, he's their relative, through the house of Edom. The so-called white man doesn't want us to believe that it's team versus team. It is Esau versus Jacob, even until this day. But he just want to keep it going. Oh, no, there's no problem. Oh, this is love. God's supposed to love. Man, fuck you goddamn white people, man. Fuck you goddamn white people. Because y'all get bailed out by banks and by your fathers. Okay? Both financially. People got cars in their parents' name. They have cell phone devices, entire houses. Certain white people, and I'll say most white people, they're married, and their parents still have something to do with their finances. Imagine that. A 34-year-old man still getting money from his parents, man. Still getting secrets and left-hand wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Business opportunities, deals, tax cuts, all sorts of things, man. Grafting. And I believe that's what that's called. You scratch your back, I scratch my back. See, because imagine if you were the so-called white man and you were the biggest dope dealer on the planet. All you'd have to do is pay your son to be a lawyer and he'll protect you. And see, that lawyer-to-person confidentiality clause is basically dissolved because what are they going to say? You can't speak to your son? You see, the so-called white man is very wise. He understands if I send my son to school, he can be a lawyer, and he can be a lawyer for me. I'll give him a firm, I'll give him business associates, and no matter what I do, he can defend me, and he can be my son. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're on. This is what Trump and the so-called white man is on because he's Edom, he's Esau. And it continues. The greatest myth, though, has to do with Trump's alleged negotiating expertise. And there is no alleged. Trump is slicker than oil on a hot Saturday evening, man. I can't get over that. I can't reiterate that enough. He knows what he's doing, and he's smart. It says, this too is nonsense. Trump was never proficient in the art of the deal. And see, whoever's writing this, they're stupid. Because they don't understand that Trump is the only reason why he's still on top is because he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's the only reason. He works directly with devils. And I'm going to continue. As a businessman, he paid far too much for substandard properties and has shown no patience as a politician. Once again, no patience. So-called white man has no patience. That's why he want fast food. The so-called white man, every time you pass by the fast food place, what do you see in the line? Nothing but niggas. When I say niggas, I mean white people. You just ignorant. And they eat that shit up. They like it. And ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with having some every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But these people, these white people, so-called white people, they're in the drive-thru during Thanksgiving, man. And even though Thanksgiving is a bullshit holiday, you get what I'm trying to say. You should be at home with your families. And these niggas in a line, man, getting a burger and fries. Just no patience, man. Just stay home. Cook. But I'm going to continue. He isn't curious. His preparation is non-existent. Strategy and tactics are both foreign to him. So this same guy, man, and let me scroll up so I can see this nigga's face, man. Klaus Brinkbaumer, man. Y'all got some nerve. Because y'all know that he's slick, man, and y'all know that he's pulled the wool over the eyes of the so-called American. Which is just the white man red ass. Make America great again. You can't say that wasn't preparation. That wasn't strategy. That wasn't a tactic. I mean, he even made hats. He's so smart, he even made it an abbreviation. MAGA. See, because he knows the so-called white man, he's so damn stupid. He don't even know how to say make America great again, so he just simplified it. You can't tell me that's not a strategy or a tactic. And it says Trump is only proficient in destruction, which he's right about that. And that's what he does. He's also right about that too. And it reads, he backed out of the Paris Climate Agreement while promising a better deal for America. And see this guy, you know what I'm getting from him in the spirit? I'm starting to read that this guy is very pro-EU. I can tell from his name, he's German. And the Germans, man. Germans are big. They're real big on the left-hand side, man. Man, the Germans are royalty on the left-hand side. But they're not even royalty, man. They're dogs. And if I had dogs, I wouldn't even let my dogs in the same room as the so-called white man. I'd be afraid he's going to fucking cook them. Or try to have sex with them or something. That's how they get down, man. This is a violent group of people. And I pray into my last days that the Lord destroys every last one of them. And he will. You know what I mean? Kwam Yasharallah for that. The water Yahweh shot. And that's a true thank you for revealing that one day, we in the kingdom, we're not going to have to deal with no white people. White people are going to be secondary. They're going to be the basis of men. And even the heathens. The heathens, they're not necessarily going to get destroyed. I mean, on earth, they're going to get destroyed. But in the kingdom, even we're going to be more cool on them than the white man. You're going to have your Hawaiians, whatever the case. Now, there ain't going to be no eating of no pork up there. That's out the window. But even the Hawaiians are going to point at the so-called white man and laugh and say, y'all really thought y'all was going to get away with what y'all got away with. It's not going to happen, man. Trump really think he going to pull it off. And the so-called white man think that that Babylon is going to keep on going. Man, it's done. Babylon is finished. But it reads, but nothing came of the promise, neither a plan nor meaningful talks. In Trump's Washington, and see, they got that right, man. In Trump's Washington. So you see, he is the king of Babylon. He's the king of Babylon. He's the commander-in-chief, as they call him. And it reads, the only thing that matters is dismantling the legacy of his predecessor, Barack Obama. And don't even get me started on him, man. He's a Hamite. Once again, they say he's the first African-American man to be the president and this and that, man. This is a bunch of bullshit. Don't get Barack Obama mixed up with the American Negro. He's an African. He's a Hamite. You already know what's coming for Hamites. Same thing that's coming for Esau. You're going to get your ass waxed. Only difference is Esau ain't never going to get up. Now the Most High is going to chop Ham right in the knees, but he'll give him nubs. Esau just getting destroyed. He ain't got no choice. You gonna do what the Most High say, and that's it. Your ass is going into slavery. You will work for 1,000 years, and you're gonna be exterminated. Everybody knows that. It's in the Bible. You can go and you can read that. It's gonna happen. I mean, it's not in these videos. It's nothing that we can do. It's nothing that my elders can do. It's nothing that the apostles can do about this. This is what's revealed to us. This is what we're supposed to be doing. We're watchmen, men of the Lord. But these 2/3, they can't stand to see it. They can't stand to see that light shine. But it's going to shine anyways. I'm going to continue. Trump also promised to improve Obama's health care plan, but the details are complex and bothersome. So Trump destroyed Obamacare and has done nothing to replace it. So it's just the left hand versus the left hand. You know, it's Esau versus Ham. That's all it is, man. Esau versus Ham, but they're one and the same, basically. They're basically one and the same, but I'm not even gonna do that to Hamites. I'm not even gonna compare them to Esau. You know? And I'm gonna continue to read. Now he is playing the same game on the world stage with the Iran nuclear deal. Trump refers to it as the worst deal ever. No, the worst deal ever was the deal that was made that y'all would rule over us. That's the worst deal ever. That the so-called white man, the same man who used to wear his clothes so they were tattered rags, he didn't bathe. You know what I mean? That's the worst deal ever. You gotta have a boss. Here it is, your boss he don't wash his ass. He look like shit. He's an alcoholic. He's red. Yet this motherfucker got more pull than you on earth. But little does he know that in the kingdom of heaven, in the spirit world, oh, he's got work to do. He's got work to do. That's why I say, brothers of Israel, calm, be calm. Stay out of that jail cell. Stay out of that wine bottle. You know what I mean? Stay off them blunts. Stay off them bongs, man. It's gonna come a time where, we can all understand. And when I say we all understand, but Israel understand, our people still, we still got a drinking problem. Our people still got a smoking problem. I ain't gonna lie. But that's revealed as a crutch for us. Smoking is a crutch for us. Drinking is a crutch for us. And Esau can do what he wants because he can't sin. He don't have the ability to sin. Esau can smoke it up. He can drink it up. He can live it up. But it's only the men of Israel that have to hold to these ties. And, we all go off sometimes. Let's not go into detail, but we all go off sometimes. This is the flesh. But it has to be a constant battle. You have to constantly, you know what I'm saying? Let the brothers cut you. If they got some word and it's cutting you, be edified. Think about it. If they say, yo, nigga, you gotta stop smoking blunts like a nigga, you gotta think about it and be like, man, I'm actively come against, this. And not the words, not the words of the elders, but I'm gonna come against how I feel. I'm gonna come against that malice. Because when you have that contention for your elder, when you have that contention for your brother, man, you killing yourself. You know what I mean? That white man want us smoking, so-called white man want us smoking them Newports. He want us drinking them 40s. To knock us out of our state. And our state is to be over Esau. With a foot on his neck. That's his position. The base of men. But let me continue reading. The negotiations that resulted in the deal in 2015 were a masterpiece of international diplomacy, but there are no plans in place to launch new talks. And what did the Lord say? That there will be wars and that there will be rumors of wars, and that there will be peace and that there will be rumors of peace. One day we say we cool, the next minute we say we popping off. I mean, it's 2015 they're talking about. A deal in 2015, that was 3 years ago. That was 3 whole years ago. So the idea that they can come to a agreement, that's bullshit. They know that it's coming. We're setting up the stage for the last World War, aka World War III, aka, aka the end. And in these times, more men are getting waking up. More men, Lord willing, are coming into their elect state. And we're seeing that there is no masterpiece of international diplomacy. That's just, it's just the beast, man. And that NATO, that beast, man, and his horns, he's really trying to take this world by siege. And you can't say I don't know why. You know why. The damn EU, NATO, all that, they trying to rise up against Russia. For what, man? Y'all know that y'all fit into biblical prophecy with all of this. I don't know why people acting like they don't fit into biblical prophecy when you know you do. If somebody would just crack open the Bible, so if the regular American white man would just crack open the Bible, he would know that they have Bibles everywhere. You go to any church and they don't read nothing. They don't read Obadiah. They don't read Deuteronomy. They don't read Hebrews. They don't read anything. And I just don't get that. I can't understand how people can be so bent on loving God and, this and that. Like, what the fuck do y'all be reading in church? Because every verse gonna cut you good and deep. So I don't know how the hell. And see, that's the thing. In the white man church, it's only the preacher. He just be talking. He don't read no precepts. He's not doing no breakdowns. It's just, he's not the church. The men of Israel are the church. And when these people start understanding that, as they do now, it'll be an indicator. Because a lot of people have given up. They're just like, okay, the Israelites, they're going to be the kings of the earth. We give up. A lot of people are like, yes, I'm a heathen. Yes, I'm the so-called white man. Because they've given up. They understand that they gotta back down now. Now, the white man is prideful, so a lot of them, they still saying the same shit. The South shall rise again. And, oh, niggas need to go back to Africa and all that. But they know their time is up, man. Because this Iran shit ain't no game. This is the real deal. We know we coming up on some real deal dark shit, ahead. But I'm going to continue to read. Trump wants to bring the Iran regime to its knees with sanctions. But domestic political considerations in Tehran make it unlikely that the country will buckle. So even this man knows that Iran ain't going down without a fight. They said, fuck America, we gonna get nuclear capability, and then you know what time it is. You niggas get ready. That's all they saying. That's why they're burning the flags. They don't care. They don't care if they're being surveilled from a satellite or a spy plane. They don't give a fuck at this point. They're like, do your worst, man. Because the spirit is on them. On the left hand side, the spirit is on them to to come up against the great whore, aka Babylon, aka America. Oh shit. In Slovakia, okay. Leaders who demonstrate weakness in Iran are discarded. So the spirit is seeing this. The spirit work everywhere, man. If you ain't fitting in line with what the Most High got going on for you, your ass is gone. Because a lot of the leaders in Iran are saying, "Oh, we don't want war. We're just gonna do what America says." And they're getting kicked out. Because a lot of those Ishmaelites are saying, "Okay, if you don't got the spirit of kill the so-called white man, your ass gotta go." They getting G-checked. You know what I'm saying? If you're not down, your ass gotta go. So if there's a big falling away within their ranks. And it says this right here. It seems more likely that they will close ranks. Iran-supported groups like Hezbollah are likely to pour fuel on the fire of conflicts in Yemen or Lebanon, as close as possible to Israel's border. So they just want to create disruption as close to Israel as they can. Because they already know Israel getting fucked up too. They got it coming. And Iran really want it with Israel. Like Persia really wants to take out the land of Israel. Persia cannot wait to get rid of them Amalekites. They, if Iran has a hate for one certain particular group of the so-called white man, he has a hate for the so-called Jew. He hates them more than he hates niggas. And that's pretty hard to do because we are the most despised people on the planet. The Israelite man is the most despised person on the planet. It ain't no debating it. Once you really do come into the fact that you're an Israelite, you know, and that you come from the line of David, you come from the same line as Solomon, you're gonna instantly start to get hit with shit. That's our job. We're here to be, and it's an honor. It's an honor to suffer for Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And I do it again and again and again. You know. And if the Lord gave me time and He gave me children, I would want my sons and my daughters to scream Barakatha Yahweh Shai to the top of their lungs, whether I'm next to them or not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's our job as Israelite men and as Israelite women. All right. We got to step up. Women, step up by not preaching, not trying to control your man, and staying in a woman's place. Men, stand up, rise up by learning about the Most High, reaching your brothers, doing your videos, getting edified, not being a bitch. When I say not being a bitch, that just means, quit taking shit so personal, man. So personal. If somebody say you're not an Israelite, you just a nigga, you don't need to fight them. Put some curses on them. You have the power to do that. Because we got to realize that we're not going to get nowhere with guns, fists. We got to let the Lord do the battles. And He's doing the battles. He's bringing Ishmaelites all the way from Yemen, Lebanon, and Hamites too. And He's bringing them up. He's bringing them up to Israel's border. I mean, He's doing all the clean sweeping for us. Why do we need to do it? And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to finish this last couple paragraphs up, and I'm going to wrap this video up. And it says, Iran presumably won't pursue the path of extreme escalation. and see, this man is stupid. You can presume that they are going to come with extreme escalation. You stupid nigga. Of course he is. And by he I mean, Persia. Of course they are. Of course they're going to come with extreme escalation. They're tired of the so-called white man. They're tired of him putting tariffs on steel, oil. Like you really think you're going to fuck with somebody's money and they're not going to come for you? So-called white man fucking with Iran money. And you can get rid of their culture. You can get rid of whatever you want to. But once you start messing with them Ishmaelites' money, that's when they really get on one. And y'all really gonna learn, man. Y'all gonna learn because, Lord willing, the elect, and the people that are under Him, Lord willing, they're in chariots by the time nukes get to popping off. So y'all just gonna have to deal with this. Y'all gonna create the mess, and we're not gonna clean it up. Y'all gonna create the mess. Y'all gonna die here. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. Ishmaelites, you ain't got no chance. Everybody in Iran, kiss your ass goodbye. Kiss your ass goodbye. Because once it really do pop off, oh yeah, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna light up Iran. Iran gonna light up Israel. We gonna light up Russia. Russia gonna light up. We just gonna be lighting each other up. And while all that's happening, Lord willing, the elect men of Israel and the people under them, that 1/3, you know what I mean? Luckily, we're in the chariots, just looking at the destruction. And just to have that visual, just to have that in my mind that, I'm going away from Earth at what's perceived to be thousands of miles per hour, that puts a calm to my mind. And that's the wisdom. Knowing that one day, if you keep going in the spirit, these things will come to pass. And that one prophecy will not fail. Not one. All of these things, they'll come into fruition. And I'm gonna just read from somewhere. because I think I scrolled down and I'm gonna finish this up. And what are the benefits of Washington's radical move? There are none. Just chaos where there was once order. Just American capriciousness after decades of stability. See, so even he knows for decades, the so-called white man was so-called stable. He had a good 401k. He had a good job. He was in good health. You know, his kids were in good health. The kids had jobs. They were going to school. Now look at them. All of them are old, obese, mentally deranged. It seems like to me I can't find one perfectly healthy uh, Edomite unless he's in the military. And if he's in the military, I mean, you already know why he has to be fit, because he serves Esau. So really, that's that's not an advantage for him. He just more ready to die. The most shocking realization, however, is one that affects us directly. The West, as we once knew it, no longer exists. So even this guy knows, man. Babylon has turned into something unrecognizable. It has reached its ultimate confusion state. The West is the great whore. The West is America. Whenever they refer to the West, they're not talking about Mexico, Canada. They don't care. They don't care about them. They want to destroy America. That's their main goal. Okay, we need to get rid of America. That's what everybody's goal is. And all these countries that claim that they're allies with America, they're going to turn against them. For instance, Germany, they're going to turn against America. France, they're going to turn against America. Turkey, you already know how Turkey get down. Turkey secretly one of our biggest enemies. But you see, that's how you know that the so-called white man, he working in all aspects. He's working on the left-hand side because they got a lot of bases in Turkey. So he can touch down. He can ship his drugs and everything. That's why I say, man, these goddamn white people, man, y'all really do make me fucking sick. I do say that from the bottom of my heart. I wish death upon every goddamn white person on this planet. And if you feel a hate towards me for that, then just know that the Lord's anger is kindled against you. So ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Ain't nothing that a white person can do to me. Ain't nothing that a heathen can do to me. I can only do things to myself. That's Israel's biggest downfall. It's Israel, not Persia, not any of these other countries. These other countries are footstools, and they will be beneath us in times to come. You just gotta have that idea. You have to be obsessed with this. Your mind has to not stray from anything but the Most High. And as men on the earth, we know how things go. You're not gonna be perfect, but you have to keep that focus. That Trump is the so-called white man. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Iran is Persia, okay? And the West is Babylon. The West is America. You have to keep that in your mind. Keep those precepts. And I'm going to just scroll down to the bottom. And, I don't even want to read this. It just pisses me off. But here's the cover of Der Spiegel. And I believe that Der Spiegel is kind of like the main premier magazine of Germany. And you see they have a middle finger with what appears to be Trump on the middle finger. So he's basically giving a big fuck you to Europe, which I love that. I mean, those damn Spanish, those goddamn Spanish, those goddamn French, all those Romanians, all that back there. I mean, the whole Europe. When I say goddamn Europe, I mean goddamn Europe. Except for the elect men, and shalom to the great men, GMS London Central. I mean, they're giving it to them out there, explaining the fall of the so-called white man, the EU, Brexit, all of that. And those men over there, those are elders. I regard them as elders because they're in the continuance of this constant the constant revealing of prophecy over and over and over again. This is our purpose. And how I started making videos, I'd see the consistency on them. Their consistency is it don't skip a beat because the white man don't skip a beat. So-called white man, Salakia. He don't skip a beat. He every single time you turn around, he got some more information to give out. And so we got to soak it up. We got to be sponges. I'm just going to read all the way down.